Dice Age is made possible thanks to the support of our patrons. We'd especially like to thank our living legend, Silgwyn. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
The Empire of Maca has existed for nearly 1,000 years. Founded and ruled by Avon the Main, the immortal Empress, it quickly expanded its borders thanks to the overwhelming power of its mages and the shrewd politics of its nobles. Now it has fully conquered the centre of the continent of Elmera, and although war has ended, peace still eludes its populace. As the Empire nears its first millennia, the signs of turmoil have become more frequent and apparent. Monsters are becoming more bold, nobles plot schemes of usurpation, and whispers of rebellion hang heavy in the slums. This gave rise to the adventurer. These strong individuals of all races and classes lend their might to the citizens of Maca to drive back monstrous incursions. There are even adventurers who perform deeds so noble that the people can see beyond their race to the hero that lies within. There are those who criticise these adventurers and claim they're nothing more than pawns used to advance the political machinations of nobles. Despite the immortal Empress herself making fewer and fewer appearances, there are those whose faith in the Empire remains unshaken. But the wise know that it only takes a few sparks to ignite the flames of change. Allow me to introduce you to these sparks. Welcome to Elmera.
Hello and welcome to Dice Age, an actual play D&D show. My name is Jack and I'm the Dungeon Master. With me as always are our wonderful heroes. Would you all please go around and introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm AJ and I play Edgar Wood, the half-elf blood hunter.
Hey, I'm Alice Rose, and I play T, the elven sorceress.
Hey, I'm Dakota, and I play Esaraeus, the human rogue.
Hey, I'm Zach, and we're playing Tauros, your tiefling paladin.
Hello, I'm Trey, and I will be playing Oberon Perseus Maximus Germanius Cornelius Alexander, your drow fighter.
Wonderful. Now, AJ, we had a lot go down in the last episode. Do you have a nice recap for us to be able to remind the audience of the events that occurred previously?
Yeah, absolutely, especially because we had a little bit of a break, too. I think it's important. There's so much to cover, but I'm also here to, kiss two birds with one stone. With the official decree that we are now a part of the allied people of Elmera, I think we have the space to make some new traditions and cultural moves to really make this new nation feel like a tourist destination.
I don't think we want it to be a tourist destination while there's a war going on, AJ.
Did he say kiss two birds with one stone? You all heard that, right?
A war doesn't mean we can't have some fun, though.
That's exactly what it means. We just had some extremely intense diplomatic negotiations. Our new alliances with the Republic of Nantua and the Human Free States aren't going to appreciate us using time and resources outside of the war effort.
Plus, we failed to get an alliance with Theathay and Ghoul. If we don't do some dumb stuff, they probably won't even ever work with us. On top of that, the Mentee hegemony might think we're weak and try to take more than just an eighth of our land they wanted in return for their help.
How would you kiss a bird with a stone, let alone two? Rocks don't have lips, right?
Okay, but hear me out. Some of these ideas may be able to actually galvanize the war effort. Just give them a try. Here, an easy one. Our new national animal. Obviously, it should be...
Is it going to be an ape? AJ, is it going to be
What?
an ape?
Zach, that's stupid. It's clearly a lion, preferably shovel included. I mean, if we actually go through with Planin's idea of using Morrigan's relic to resurrect the goddess Maca instead of Amora, we're gonna need a symbol of strength, of hard work.
Well, I can't argue against the absolute power that is a lion with a shovel. Do you think a national animal is important here? Anne is trying to resurrect Maca to have her launch a divine war against Morrigan. I don't think a national animal will help too much.
Alright, your criticisms are noted. Let's move on. I was also thinking about currency and was thinking that while we could obviously have our current council members on the coins, what if we did something more wholesome? How about the parents of our council members? We could start with T, since hers are totally gonna die when we do the negotiations with Ward.
Hold up. We're not gonna let them die. Remember, Spade came to tell us about Ward's demands for a trade, the relic for T's parents. The Spade did say the cards are done helping Ward and could help take her down at that meeting in Eadestown. Those things will get dicey since it's where the ape is planning to attack next.
And what about the size of the stone? If it's too small, the bird might choke. Too big, and bye-bye birdies. Wait, a bird kiss would just be a peck, no smooch. Would the stone like it?
You know what, Zach? An elf without a spade is almost as bad as a lion without a shovel. Alright, well, the last idea I had was for a mascot. Was actually going to ask OG Claudius about it since he's made some dope monsters. Shame, he seems to be really busy right now for some reason.
Wait, Dakota, are you okay?
I think I need to lay down for this session, guys.
Well, unfortunately, we're about to get started, so you'll just have to get over that horrible existential nightmare and now return to the world of Elmera. We return to our group, the heroes on the outskirts of the city of Ongar after having just had a tense discussion with a former enemy turned friend turned enemy turned maybe back to friend. Spade, in learning about the plans of Lady Ward, and also some potential plans of a Mr. Regulus Claudius. How's everyone's character looking right
Bad. Thanks for asking.
now? Mm-hmm.
What we heard from Spade was that Ward mentioned that Claudius is occupied. Claudius has something big.
Claudius will not be in Eadestown because he is working on a personal project.
They called him a changed man.
Yes, Ward told Spade that what he said to Ward was that the next time she sees him, he'll be a changed man. Or be a new man, I guess.
And Eadestown is 9 days away, right?
Yes.
That's what we established. Right. Well, let's go back in the city. Come up with a fucking plan, I guess. I'm looking at T through this, not trying to say anything, but it's very obvious with Edgar because he's not good at social cues.
She's kind of lost a little. She's not paying attention very well. Her head isn't there.
All right. Well, if you all return back into the city, are you planning on going to someone's home, going to the council headquarters in the palace? Going to like one of the taverns that has been reappropriated as a sort of large mess hall?
I think we should hit the slots, guys.
Yo,
Yeah, boo.
I'm going big. I'm going big.
All on black. We're going to talk about this most likely away from trying outfits. Everybody has on their non-detection,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am attuned.
Probably wouldn't.
A house, probably one of our sleeping quarters.
Whatever rooms we've been given.
You all would know that T, as now a new member of the council, has been granted one of the rooms within the palace for her personal sleeping quarters.
Great. Then we'll go there.
All right.
Also means she doesn't have to stumble home after.
There you go.
Boris will offer like a hand to hold to T while they're walking.
She'll take it. She holds it tightly.
Okay. You all make your way back to T's room. Occasionally, being someone will pass by, wave hello, say some congratulations or something like that. People are still riding pretty high after the victory that you won, even after the days of downtime that have happened since that victory.
She accidentally gives some well-wishers some stank faces, forgetting what they're congratulating her for.
Mm-hmm. Definitely get some odd looks because of that, but no one stops you all as you make your way back to T's room. It's a large room, very lavishly decorated. It seems like this was one of the guest rooms within the palace. Beautiful artwork all along the walls, and a balcony looking out into the main square of the city itself.
What do we do?
Not what she wants us to do.
Okay.
You need to think about this. Ward is acting like she holds all of the power in this situation.
Ward has to know that trade is insane. A relic of
She
a god
absolutely
for
does.
people.
But
Granted, important
she
people, not doubting
knows
that.
she knows which people.
Yeah.
She knows what I do for.
She's also apparently getting a little bit desperate to keep the favor she's gained to this point. Still, she's got to be prepared for the cards turning on her.
That's why I'm not going to doubt that there's a good possibility that the cards could turn on each other.
They seem very tight knit.
But
Wouldn't bank on that.
consider this. When you're told by a very powerful mage who seemingly has your life in her hands, betray them to protect them, and I won't hurt them. It could be very
They've done
tempting to
crazy
someone who loves
shit.
them. Just like you, they'd do anything to protect the people they love. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. I want to trust the cards, I do. But I think it's best if we only trust ourselves when we go into this and expect everyone to be our enemies.
She's got to have something else. She's got to know. Even if it was us versus the cards, she's seen what we can do. She's got to have something else up her sleeve.
She knows we can beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
It feels
think
like
they haven't? Sorry,
it feels like every fight we've been in, something has been planned specifically to take us down. And knowing Ward, she absolutely has something ready.
Do you think she'll have one of those amalgams ready? Maybe turn one of the cards into one?
Oh, gods.
It feels like that was all Regulus Claudius is doing, and if he's preoccupied right now, if it could have already happened, but I don't know.
Could have gave her one. He gave her the switch to trigger it.
Maybe.
Especially if he's not intending on being there himself.
Yeah.
And that also scares me. With whatever he is occupied with, can't be good.
I look
I'm
at
afraid of
Oberon.
this new man.
I look at Oberon and remember the conversation we had before getting Ganache and all of them. If it's what I thought was happening before, it's really fucking bad.
Extremely.
What did y'all think was happening?
We think he needs a new body.
I
We
don't
think
know.
that's what Annie was going to be. Something, a new source for magic. Something. But we took Annie away.
But your dad was still there.
He's a mage and he is a Claudius.
Shit.
Your father,
Uh,
well, formidable, wouldn't be strong enough to resist.
No. Very few are, I would wager, in the Empire.
Is his body is Regulus his body failing him now?
I don't know. I don't know why he would do this.
Is this something
Hey.
he's done before?
As far as I'm aware, no.
Yeah. He wanted Annie for a reason.
But
What if it's
That-
Go ahead. Sorry, Oberon.
that reason falls through. I thought he wanted a body with potentially even higher potential for casting magic than he did. But my father, while he's a strong mage, he's nowhere near my grandfather's aptitude or level.
Maybe it's to gather strength to use the artifact. Become so
It's
strong in magical potential that you would be chosen by the artifact.
I could
My father.
I think it's possibly a play to take power from the Empress. And I think it was going to be Annie as the weapon, but he needs something.
So why would
Either our dad's dead or under some kind of non-detection. Because we've tried to scry on this guy so much.
and
There's
nothing's
been no sign of him.
just one thing that's not clicking is why he would enact this power play now when
If
the
it's-
war's on.
If it's
Go ahead, Taurus.
if it's something that can help him win, if he's going to be able to get some kind of power from this, he's going to do it.
But he's
Especially if it is to take power from the Empress. The Empress is at her weakest.
still incredibly strong, even as weak as she is.
I
Yeah,
remember
he's
seeing
pretty
her that
strong
day of the
too.
trial. Her face was terribly old. Both of
She
them.
is.
Oh, you're going to say her face is terrible.
The ugly as hell.
I will say I don't. Yeah, all of you would have seen both Regulus and the Empress. I think Oberon was the only one who got a good look at
Yeah,
the Empress's
It was
face.
me and Oberon
At the
both.
You and
Empress.
Oberon. Okay.
Yeah, me
Okay.
and T got decent.
Yeah,
looks at
I'll say I'd say between the two of you, you have not seen any elves that look visibly aged are rare enough. But
that age.
the Empress and Regulus both look severely elderly from what you saw, in a way that is almost unheard of for elves. So
Almost ancient.
Yeah.
Both of them have lived well past a millennia at this point.
That requires magic, as far as I know.
He requires
You know
divine
where the
intervention.
Empress gets it.
Do you think she shared it with Regulus? And to some extent?
So
I feel like
I
he'd be a
feel
lot
like-
more devout.
Maybe not in terms of power, but sharing the life extension.
Longevity.
Or maybe just being near the Immortal Empress allowed him
Or
to,
maybe he's sapping
like an
her.
aura. Yeah, sapping out the energy, but maybe
Or
like assimilating to Taurus's aura, where just being near her allowed him to keep living. that long.
We've
Or
talked about
Go ahead,
we've
Mr.
talked
Torres.
about the concept of being near power can change you, like tieflings, or he kind of like looks to Edgar, or awakening magic in oneself. There's a chance that that kind of concept coincides with what he's doing, and he's learned to manipulate it.
He mutates bodies. That's what we've seen him do. He's put incredibly powerful things and meshed them together with humanoids.
Maybe he's done the same to himself. Maybe that's why he's lived this long. He's mutated his form to keep himself alive, but he's not able to do that anymore with his current body.
My grandfather is a very vain man, though. Don't know if you would soil his bloodline by altering his body that much.
So what if it's only with his bloodline then?
He's taken maybe other Claudius members.
And he was a prodigy.
We've seen that he has no qualms against hurting family.
Oberon, Ellen, you may not be able to know this, but has their grandfather always taken prodigious members of the Claudius family under his wing?
I'm going to assume that even if I did like a history check for this, it wouldn't be. I probably still wouldn't know because I just know based off of my lifetime, correct? Like,
Yeah,
what I've seen in my.
say,
Can I roll a history check to see if I've seen like in the books in like the family records of if he ever took like apprentices or anything like that?
Yeah. Give me a history check.
Damn.
That's a 7.
I'll say with a 7, you would know that it's he has taken apprentices from within the family line, especially those who have seemed promising, like gifted individuals and things like that. But nothing to like. There's no amount of suspicion of like that he was trying to take control of their body or something like that. Just more of like, if there's one of his descendants that seems to have a strong aptitude for magic or a strong gift in some certain field, he personally will recruit them for whatever jobs that he wants done. And in some cases will sponsor their training and stuff like that. Like he plays favorites is what it's more like is how you would understand it, as opposed to experimenting on people.
How old is he exactly?
He is 1,200 years old.
Woo.
The Immortal Empress is 1,250.
Okay.
It's possible this whole time he could have been doing that.
We don't know, but all we know is he's doing something. Too important to be there for a potential trade for the relic, apparently.
Assuming he knows this trade is happening.
True.
Thing about this still just feels like it's not acting. Let's first, before we continue any further with this train of thought, what is it that we wish to try and accomplish? What are we hoping to get done? Are we hoping to storm the meeting with these parents? We have no clue where my grandfather even could be.
I think we focus on T's parents.
We know where they are, and we have a very short amount of time to prevent them from dying.
I would prefer that, but I'm biased.
No, it's the smart thing to do. We, like
Yeah.
Omar said, we don't know shit about where Claudius would be doing this.
Mhm.
We've got a little bit of time to look into it, but I don't know how to start doing that.
So, how do we outsmart Ward and bring my parents home safe?
What's Ward's greatest weapon in this scenario?
Her leverage.
And what's her second greatest weapon? At least as far as we're aware.
That'll probably be the cards.
I would say
No.
above that, we're basically going into her lair. She said the
Her-
battlefield.
That and our wish to do this and come out in this scenario with ideally your parents safe and the cards safe.
And
It's our
Micah.
and Micah. We are the ones in a very difficult position where Ward has multiple ways in this that she can win. She kills your parents, she wins. She gets the relic, she wins. She gets the cards to stay loyal, she wins. She keeps Micah in power under her, she wins. We need to play this game similar to her.
And how would we play it
We have-
similar to her?
We have to go in there not caring,
Not caring.
or at least, don't give me that look. Approach as if we don't care. If we show up instantly demanding your parents, trying to set up a rescue mission for Micah, we do all of this, then Ward has too many outs to this scenario. We need to cut it down. We need to narrow her focus. We need to think that she only has one set path to victory. And that's the relic. I'm not saying that we only care about it, but if we can make Ward think that we, then maybe that limits her field of vision to the other areas that we're trying to focus on.
So, what do you recommend specifically?
There could be an initial group that goes in. You would obviously have to be a part. You go in, and you don't go in there negotiating for your parents. You make her negotiate for the relic.
Okay.
If you can make it seem like we value the relic more, that may just be enough to put her on the back foot. She's going in there expecting you to do whatever it takes to save your parents. You go in there and value the relic more than you value your parents' lives in her perspective. Well, then she's got to just start pulling stuff out of nowhere. If that's
She's
going on,
scrambling because she thinks she has
exactly.
a full hand.
Yes. And while that's happening, there could be another. While that's focused on you, could be trying to secure Micah, could be trying to set up an ambush, could be trying to get an escape route ready. There are multiple options. But if we can just tunnel vision Ward into thinking that we are only looking if we tunnel vision her into thinking that she has the answer in front of her, we've seen how she acts. If she gets control and thinks that she's in charge, I won't say she gets sloppy, but she definitely feels more comfortable.
I don't know about this.
We've been able to scry on your parents. We have, right, Jack? Believe we.
You scryed on them when they were in Avon.
Yeah. Because we were able to check they were alive.
Yeah.
At one point.
We don't know if they've got anti-scrying stuff on them.
Now, yeah. We should try to scry on them if we can. Because we also have to figure out how exactly she has them held. We might be running into those collars like what we saw on Mal. That was easy to deal with because we finished the fight first. This might not be that case. I mean, we do have the ability to teleport in too if we do this 2 separate teams plan. You just have Colic bring that other team in when we feel we have the advantage, but be good to know anything. Try to get any information. An option too with that is we know Spade is at least capable of being scryed on. If we scry consistently to figure out what the situation looks like, see if we can notice anything dangerous. But there's a chance Ward's hiding it from them too, but take however much time we can to get the information before these 11 days are up.
And how many days do we have to have our answer in?
We would need our answer in 2. Well, need our answer in by the time. Essentially, we told Ward that if we show up, that means we're willing to. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the.
I'm pretty
gist of
sure,
what
yeah.
we sent.
I thought we had 2 days to respond and then a 9-day journey. And that would be the 11 days. We have to show up by then. Otherwise, my parents just get it.
I thought we left Spade with the message of tell her that we're thinking about it, but if we show up, that means that we're here tomorrow.
I think we still had to reach out again. DM?
I think it was that you would have to tell Spade your final whether you're coming to Eadestown or not before you make the journey. But that something like a sending spell would be sufficient for that. You didn't have to meet Spade in person again to be able to get a message to Spade so that Spade can get a message to Ward. Or if you want, you can just try doing a sending spell directly to Ward.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's ballsy.
As much as I would love to.
Just connect
None of
Ward.
us can do it. It's someone else who's doing
Connect
this
Ward.
message.
Connect Ward and just go, fuck you, and then that's it.
That's a great way
Okay.
to get my parents killed.
Yeah.
Hey, cool backstory.
We'll just go get a bunch of diamonds. Easy.
No.
Hey, whoever's kidnapping parents, your mom's a hoe.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it seems like I believe it was you had 2 days to give your answer as to whether or not you're going to Eadestown, and then it was a 9-day journey to reach Eadestown.
Okay.
Then I believe it was regardless of what you're doing, the allied peoples of Elmera are planning to march on to Eadestown around the same time that you would be expected to arrive to try to negotiate for Teed's parents.
That's when they start to march, not when they get there.
They would be arriving within 2 days of you all going to be arriving at Eadestown.
They would be on full alert.
Yeah.
That the army is coming by that point.
Yeah.
Because there's a sort of pincer kind of situation going on where the Republic of Nantua are sending their army up through the Bogaig Mountains to the south of Eadestown, while the APE are sending their army from Ongar going to the west of Eadestown.
Yeah. Okay. As we're just discussing this, but there's always the simple approach of we go there, we act like we want to negotiate, and trust that Spade and the cards are fully behind us, and try some rescue.
We've done a lot of shit like that in the past.
And
it's only gotten a couple people killed.
And I don't think that we've ever done it on somebody who's been as prepared as we've been.
Yeah.
Ultimately, T, I think that the final decision on this mission falls with you. It is your parents. The only thing that I will say is we cannot give her the relic.
We cannot give her the relic. I completely agree with you. I think I like most of your idea, Oberon. I like this idea of making her panic, making her think that she doesn't have the full deck that she thinks she does. But I don't know if I can sell it. I've sold a lot of covers for us, but I don't know if I can sell I don't give a shit if my parents make. I think perhaps the negotiation team doesn't include me. I have lied to your faces before. I've lied to other people's faces. I can't lie about it. But I do think that the rest of your plan is perfectly founded.
It would actually make it more convincing that we don't care if we told Ward that we told T not to come.
That would make sense.
I'll talk.
No.
I'll do it.
No.
The next highest charisma in this party is Tauros?
It's Tauros! It's
Yeah.
Tauros!
He's a pally,
I don't
baby.
know. I don't know why you guys don't trust me.
A mystery.
2 words.
I rolled really well.
Okay, that was a great roll. 17 persuasion. Damn, I'm
with a +1 to persuasion.
With a +1. And we know it's me. I roll so good when it matters. So
right.
Not this campaign.
But yeah, so sounds like what you all are thinking is 2 teams going in, one that is a negotiation team and one that's a rescue team. And it sounds as if the current plan is for only some of the party to be on, for T to not be on the negotiation team. Do you all have an idea of who you want on the rescue party team besides just T?
I think Essa needs to be included just for...
Yeah. And road sneaking.
Do we want to go... Because this is the only thing about having an uneven party. Do we want to go Essa, T, Edgar, and have Tauros and Oberon be on the negotiation?
I think
Big
that will
boys.
put Ward at ease because she thinks the heavies are here. What could they possibly be doing?
Yeah, they wouldn't send their little squishies all by themselves.
And yet...
Wait. Do we have a T? Do you have a spell of disguise self?
Ooh. Let me check out my spell list. I do.
Oh, no.
What's the duration on disguise self?
Like an
It's
hour.
excellent.
But the
2 hours?
thing is,
It's an hour.
it's an hour. But the thing is that it's literally disguise self. You can only cast it on self.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if he makes a spell scroll of disguise self,
Yo, huge.
and which should only take, I think, if I'm reading this right, literally looking at like the spell scroll, like
We can
stuff
talk
that
to
was
the
in
wizards here.
Xanathar's. It takes to make a second level spell scroll. It only takes. So while we're traveling, go ahead.
Disguise self is a first level spell, so you'd only take 1 day.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it would only take 1 day.
I think you're thinking of Alter Self.
Even better.
I'm thinking of Alter Self. But if you did that, and at that scenario, I think we have Edgar stick with us, and Edgar disguise selves into Essa. So that way she thinks that Essa is with us, and she doesn't think that we're doing
Ooh,
sneaky shit with our
sneaky
rogue
shit.
right there with us.
Oh.
Oh, huge.
You've
And
kept
listen-
you've kept the person with the most to lose
Question
and
though.
the guy who can't talk out of the negotiations.
Oberon is. Ward is a very crafty bitch, and she's almost definitely got anti magic protections.
We can also simply say that we don't feel safe, and we keep in mind, again, she is the one with the, not personal wise, but just looking from an outside view, she has the one to lose the most should these negotiations go south. Should we push to, he sees the look, you know what I,
Do I?
in the overall terms of the war, yes.
In her eyes, she has the most to lose.
Fine.
So remind me, who is it that is potentially going to be using this scroll?
Edgar turning into
Edgar
me.
would be using it on himself to turn to Essa. And if you're looking up the rules for that, Jack, it would probably be an insight check against T's D spell savings.
So because this would be the user, so T is writing the spell, but the person
Yes.
casting it would still be
casting it.
Edgar. So it would
I
still
am
be
casting
Edgar's
it.
DC to counter it, and that would be an investigation check.
I thought if you're using a spell, am I thinking?
Well, because he's using the spell though.
It's not T casting the spell. It's just T writing her knowledge of the spell onto the scroll so that someone else can use it.
Yeah, we could also get a wizard to do it. We wouldn't get the wizard's DC.
I mean, it's also potential that we could do is.
We'll also ask, does Edgar have... Sorry, I just wanted to... Oh, no, Edgar's a sorcerer, so it would be on Edgar's spell.
And you don't need to be able to cast the spell to use a spell scroll. You don't need to actually be able to cast the spell.
Even if it's not anti-magic, I also would imagine if she's not dumb, she would cast Detect Magic pretty immediately. Number one, just to make sure the relic is there. She doesn't know about our thing holding it.
There's also a thing of bring up, and I know we kind of want to keep TOA for purposes of making it appear that we don't care, but we want T to disguise as me instead.
We don't want T there.
We don't want T
I
there.
mainly say this because if Ward tries to cast a spell on you all, you won't have someone there to be able to counterspell it if T is with me.
We have been informed that Ward is not a proficient magic.
She may not be, but she may have traps ready. Magical traps. Because
They're magic.
sorry, go ahead.
My counter to that though is if it is something like the collar that we have seen, we would need T to deal with any magic that is on them. I'd rather we get blasted with magic than the parents.
Understandable. I just wanted to bring up that potential.
I could probably counter a spell, right? Right?
I
No.
don't know I'd go that far.
T.
Here, counter this,
Tell
and
me.
Oberon's just gonna like throw a
Nerf
cup
this.
at Edgar.
A what?
A cup, just like casually toss a cup at him.
That's not a spell, Oberon.
Tunk.
You couldn't even counter that.
All right, here comes a smite coming your way.
That's not
counter a spell.
Counter a spell.
Cast will smite.
To our
For the love of God, counter a spell.
That's not a spell. That's not a spell.
It counter the sun.
Um,
Sorry, that actually got me real bad. Counter the sun.
I think that we can come up with as many contingencies as possible. Right now, we need to just have a solid, thought out. We don't want T to be with the negotiation group. Correct.
Correct.
And if she's part of the infiltration team, she needs at least one of you to be with her. As he points to Edgar and Essa. So, come to conclude that me and Taurus will be in the negotiation group. T will not be, and one of you will be. The question is, do we want to make it both or just one?
What if we splitsies the plans, and Essa goes with the negotiation group, and Edgar comes with me? That way we have our rogue presented in front of Ward as though nothing's the matter, and we can still be a little stealthy.
Big issue is, out of everyone here, I'm the most proficient at that. And plus, I can basically go kind of invisible if need be.
It would
The
be very
only
convenient.
way
I can make us completely silent.
Oh,
So if we can get out of the visual, I can make no noise coming from us at least.
That could help.
that would be great.
Also, idea, if we're a little worried about that team being a little bit low on manpower, I do know someone who would probably love to get revenge on Ward.
Oh,
I could
Nice.
see
my
if Ken
mom.
is available to help.
if Ken would be willing, they'd be welcomed, I think. Unless anyone has objections.
don't hear.
Sounds good.
They are a ranger with a little bit of blood hunter, so they're
I
no
don't
Essa,
mind
but
wheeling.
Does anyone here have the spell Pass Without a Trace? That could help y'all keep y'all.
fuck is that?
Well, maybe Ganache will have it.
Let me see. Let me try.
He just cast silence.
Yeah, no. Give me a charisma check.
Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's a 4. What do I get?
You are trying your
Do I
best to
toot?
just
Do I toot a little?
You try your best to make everyone quiet, and then you accidentally cast thaumaturgy.
And the fuck is really loud.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
We all have to cover our ears.
it's got reverb on that bitch.
I'm working on it. Give me 2 days and I'll get it. Promise.
Oh,
Not sure about that one.
Okay.
he says, "Give me 2 days." We're like, what? What?
What did you say?
What did he say?
Give me a beret?
Chocolate.
I don't like the plan, but I don't think I'm gonna like any plan at this point.
Nothing feels safe. So
We're in the middle of a war. That's kind of to be expected, unfortunately.
Such a fucking bitch.
What did I do?
She is
I didn't.
such a fucking bitch.
You need to speak up more.
Mhm.
I was trying to be quiet after the thaumaturgy. I'm sorry.
He's still like shouting.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was trying to be quiet.
Let's.
do you have anything that lets you teleport a large distance if you can get to us?
We have our rings.
we've got our rings. And I do have my dagger. That's not a largish distance.
We have colic too.
We have colic.
If the worst case scenario happens, as long as I can get to you quick, I can at least help. If something bad happens to your parents, I have magic that can bring them back.
That's very good to know. I hope on everything
And
that we don't have to use that.
animate dead.
Tauros cast Spare the Dying. Wait.
It's that one
Oh,
scene
shit.
in Baldur's Gate with the husband.
Oh yeah, bitter divorce.
Yeah, Tauros kind of reaches into his bag and you see him pull out a little handful of 7 diamonds.
Damn.
He got him when we took over this place because I messaged Jack. I was like, "Hey, Elf Casino, can I get diamonds?" He was like, "Roll me a d6 plus 1," and I got 6.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Let's go.
Tauros is just wearing them as a necklace.
We'll never die.
No,
We're
don't say
gods.
that.
Let's test it. I
Practical.
kill Essa.
Mhm.
Ah!
Oh,
Wrong
No,
person.
damn,
I
shit.
kill.
Wrong person.
Like the fuck you mean wrong person?
Alright, I kill T instead. Wait.
Oh, fuck, wrong
Fuck.
person.
Quick, kill Tauros. Wait.
All right. So what is the current plan as we've been talking about?
okay. Current plan is negotiation team of Essa, Oberon, Tauros, and sneaky team of Kin, T, and Edgar.
Assuming we can get Ken.
Assuming we can get Kin.
I mean, that's fine. Someone's gonna have to make up a stat block again, but sure.
I'll do it. I'll gladly do it.
Okay.
Well, I'll message you.
Okay. In that case, any other details you all want to solidify before notifying Spade that you are going to be going to Eadestown?
Yeah. And I roll. Feel free to tell me if this is like an impossible feat. In all the time that I've been with the Claudius family, and all the time that I've known my father, known grandfather, is there any way I'd be able to find out if he has like a location that maybe like he didn't like to brag about, but like maybe my father mentioned as like the secret Claudius like safe house or anything like that?
You can give me a history check. It will be a very high DC.
I figured. Might as well. I don't think that's high enough.
19, while very good, is not high enough. You unfortunately did not climb high enough in the ranks of of the Claudius family to be able to come across any of that kind of privileged knowledge.
My mind is instantly like with
Sorry, you cut out right after that. You said
my
your
mind is instantly going to Would Annie.
Oh.
Would he have taken her there?
She was the favorite.
You'd have to go ask her.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
I would touch base with Oberon once we finish this meeting, too, on this, just to get some plans in place.
Okay. Is there any other work anyone else wants to get done before getting started on the mission?
I'm good.
Taurus would spend time with T just to like as a support person, just kind of hang out with her.
Is anyone going to
Emotional
be
support, tiefling.
Is anyone going to be telling Planin or the rest of the council that you're going to be absent for a few
yeah.
days?
T should
Nope.
probably be the one to do that.
Nope.
There's a
he
member
will-
of the council among your group, so
T, how many sick days can you take?
Ah, shit.
See, how much
it's a new
PTO
job.
do you have right
Have
now?
you
I don't
accrued
think I have any
any?
accrued. Don't get me started about office life. Anyway, I will go speak with Planin.
Okay. Yeah. Planin greets you as you come in and says, "How may I help you, Miss T?"
I unfortunately have to announce a short absence of our party. My parents' lives have been threatened, and we have to go take care. We are going to be heading toward Eadestown, so when the time arises, we can be available for assistance, but I wanted to notify you that we're heading out in the next day or so.
I see. Well, your absence will, or your presence will surely be missed. If there is any event that does require the attention of the council during that interim, I will do what I can to send you a message to see your way. And if we are unable to reach you, however, is there a proxy you would like to nominate to make decisions in your stead?
Edgar, what's your mom's name again?
Sierra.
Sierra. I think Sierra is incredibly intelligent, and I trust her judgment on many things. If I'm unreachable, I trust her.
I see. In that case, we shall be sure to not, have her work as your proxy. Now, so you all will be heading to Eadestown. What is the exact nature of your mission there? I understand that you said that your parents were in danger. Are you planning on performing a rescue?
It's a bit of a madcap rescue. I don't want to spread around our plan too far. You know, with all the people going into brains around here, but it's a rescue mission for others as well, I think. It seems like it's an unsafe situation for others in addition to my parents.
Any chance that these others that you will be assisting could provide themselves as assets towards our cause?
All to plan, I think that there are some fantastic assets that we could glean out of this.
I see. Well, I wish you great luck in your endeavor and for the swift and safe recovery of your parents, as well as any new potential allies that would be coming from this. I do ask, though, that you do try to make sure to stay safe. People will maybe harder to find people willing to run for the council position if the members keep ending up deceased. He says, kind of like makes an awkward laugh. He's trying to be funny.
She awkwardly laughs along with him and says, I assure you I will do everything in my power to make it back safe.
Highest mortality rate jobs in Elmera. #1 council member of the United People of Elmera.
Mhm. Well, yeah. So that is settled. You do now have approval to be going on this. It helps that the person saying that I'm leaving was another member of the council. So, uh, yeah. That's taken care of. Did anyone else have any other work they wanted to get done?
Just the wanting to talk to Annie.
Gotcha. Yeah, you will go. You will approach where Annie and Caster are staying, and uh, Annie has calmed down since I think it has been a few days.
It's been like a week. It's been like
Okay,
a
okay.
week.
I couldn't remember. Sorry, it's been a bit since we played this. Yeah. So she's since calmed since your conversation. Um, and she is you've been able to like have conversations, meet in with her and stuff like that over this week. There definitely during the earlier parts of the week, there's been some awkwardness, but that's been tempered over time. Uh, as you approach, and he says, "Oh, hey, Oberon, how can what's going on?"
Annie, I'm about to go on a. There's been a mission that in my group have to go on. Um, I need to ask you if you cannot think of anything. That's fine. But I want you to try your hardest to remember. This has to do with grandfather.
Okay, I'll try.
And the entire time where he was watching over you, watching over parts of your training, maybe even just seeming like he was taking you out and enjoying your company as family. Was there ever a location that he went to that was not the main Claudius household? A place that maybe looked like um, a workshop of some sort, like a mage's workshop or tower, something personal to him.
Let's have Annie roll a history check.
Come on.
Uh, she is not proficient in history, but she has a +5 to her intelligence.
You got this, girl.
It's a 23.
That's a 23.
She would say, she sits there and she looks and she thinks and she says, um, Grandpa never really took me anyplace. Uh, but he did talk a lot about that he had, his lab. Uh, uh, I I don't. He never really said exactly where it was. I just know that he'd have to leave Avon a lot to go to it. It was like, and she's really racking her brain here, and she says, I think it was somewhere in the west of the Empire or west of Avon. I think. He, I'm sorry, he didn't ever really tell me a name.
That's that's okay, Annie. Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, so that's what you're able to get from trying to talk to Annie about a yes.
I was just gonna say for that, Oberon's going to go to. I found out that my father may have a lab located to the west of it.
Okay. That's a
I
lead.
think I know that we're having difficulty scrying on him. However, get into contact with your friend Finn.
Yeah, absolutely, and see what we can find. I'm also thinking about possibly reaching out to Luclari. Out of all the professors from the academy, I feel like he's the most likely to not be cool with the Empire and down for APE. So I gotta make sure he's okay first, that he would be willing to not turn on us. But that might be a way to at least get him to find, because he's got to have people coming back into the city for resources, I'm assuming. So maybe there's a way for him to track Claudia's guard or something, traveling in and out.
That'd be a tall task, but not impossible. What I was thinking was with Finn, he had that spell that he cast. The one that
Legend.
gave us insight. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe if he did that, specifically focusing on grandfather, may be able to find something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I'll go get Planet or one of the other clerics to send Fen a quick sending. I don't know if he can get here again, but maybe we just communicate through sending.
Maybe that may be enough.
No. Yeah, I'll hurry and go do that before I go talk to Ken.
Yeah. So you are able to get a message out to Fen, and you can relay. Well, don't worry about word count. We'll just have you send out whatever roleplay you want to do with Fen right now.
Yeah, I think it's Oberon's there with me and just saying, do you have resources available? Can you cast Legend Lore on Regulus Claudius the First? Whatever info we can get to him in these sendings to make that Legend Lore as effective, specifically on the lab.
Okay.
Yeah, Finn doesn't currently have the resources, but he can use a 5th level fabricate to make the ivory pillars that he needs.
Okay.
And then use his other 5th level for Legend Lore.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So Fen, you will cast Legend Lore on Regulus Claudius.
The first,
yes. Upon casting it, you suddenly feel this intense dread all throughout your body. You feel eyes boring into the back of your head, and you feel this intense pain within your mind as the spell fails.
Oh boy.
Going to roll 5d12.
Okay.
You take 43 psychic damage on Fen.
Okay. Let me go to Fen real quick. Sorry. How much was that? 43?
43 psychic damage on Fen.
Hey,
cool.
Jack.
Fen looks like when he fails, he obviously nobody else but Fen can see this, but mainly for the audience, he grits his teeth and just, not doing that, you old bitch. And he's going to attempt to power through it with a divine intervention.
Okay.
Oh.
He said,
So
fuck you, I got a god.
This is going to be a D1. I need an 11 or lower. Wait, we're level 11, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need a
little
11
over
or lower.
An 11% chance of getting this.
11% chance. What are the odds?
11%.
Not in your favor. That's a 77.
It's 7 times what you need.
And unfortunately,
that's how it be. That is how it be.
It be like it is, but it do.
So unfortunately, you do attempt to reach out to Eurydice, but that stinging, sharp pain within your mind is too distracting, and you are unable to fully call out to your goddess. And Unfortunately, the spell continues to fail.
Jack, feel free to. Finn takes this personal, like the whole Michael Jordan meme of "I took that personal." Now, feel free to tell me if this is a note. Every day, at least until the group tells him otherwise, he's going to attempt to use his divine intervention to power through.
Oh my god. He's so spiteful. I love this man.
He is so petty right now. He's like, "Oh, you did not do that, you old bastard."
Not only using your divine intervention every day, but using 2 5th level spell slots every day to fabricate the material components and cast legend lore.
Yes. He is that petty right now.
I mean, yeah, you can keep trying. Maybe one day you'll get it.
Maybe one day. That's the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get the send. I'll just say what Finn says back. Whenever that old bastard's hiding, he's hiding it really fucking well. We can't get through whatever fucked up magic he's got. Some time though. I'll let you know if I find anything. Appreciate it. And then you just hear some like orcish cuss words as he's just like, "Oh my God. Mad right now." Hang up! Stop! He casts sending again and just keeps rambling.
But yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. So now you're gonna reach out to Laclari. Yeah, I'm gonna ask someone else to send a message to Laclari.
Yeah, you are able to get a message back. The first time you get a message back, it's just a lot of like, wait, so this is sending? So how many words do I get? Oh wait, I'm using them up? Oh wait, no, that's the first one.
I give up. No.
No, but you do eventually hear back, and Laclari tells you that they're okay. The war effort has not stopped the operations of the academy. In some cases, it's accelerated them. With a lot of people getting fast-tracked so that they can be conscripted into the war. But Laclari also says that they're happy to help you out because they've got fucking tenure, bitch. So
they can't fire me. I got tenure.
Yeah. I at some point in this wanna, and I would probably go to Essa like before this and be like, the rogue professor. Chill. Were they cool?
Do I remember anything about the rogue professor?
I mean, it was your main professors.
I was locked up for most of my time in the academy.
That's true. Essa was a prisoner the entire time. I'd say Essa, give me a flat charisma check to see if you made a decent impression on the rogue professor.
Paladins are really cool. We should try the paladins.
That's a 7. yeah. Just go to the Order of Madir, see if they'll help. 17. Yeah. So you were able to work with a halfling woman named Giselle Feathertop. She was your professor. She was one that was mostly in charge of other conscripted students, not general population academics. She may be someone you could reach out to, but being as she didn't really talk politics much in class, so you don't really have a good read as to whether or not she'd be willing to risk treason for all of you.
Yeah, Essage goes, I mean, we can try. She didn't care much for. She was mostly in charge of students like me, forced to be there. She didn't really talk politics much, so I don't know if she'd be willing to risk her neck, but who knows?
Probably
Maybe,
not worth this.
maybe LaCollar can talk something into her.
Maybe. Was there ever a thing, Jack? Do you know, Luclari, Giselle? By
No.
chance, you know? Damn it!
No.
No one wants to date LaClari.
What? That's
Dude, that's
crazy.
rough.
He keeps talking
All right.
about mind flayer, not mind flayer,
Displacer.
displacer
Yeah.
beast
Displacer
tentacles,
beast
and it just
tentacles.
makes
Yeah.
everyone uncomfortable.
That's
We've
fair.
had that Giselle like just really into Displacer Beast as well. That's the one thing that got me connected was their love for Displacer Beast tentacles.
All right, so then it would just be a process of just messaging, being like, "Hey, we have reason to believe Regulus Claudius. Abort at any point. If this is incredibly dangerous, please feel free to stop. You don't have to do this. But if you are willing, we have reason to believe Regulus Claudius I has a lab to the west. If there are Claudius guards or anyone high ranking going out in and out of the city, if you have the ability to follow them and get a general idea of where this hidden lab may be, that would be really appreciated. I will get you the biggest suite Hunter's Lodge in Anyar possible.
Give me a persuasion check.
No advantage for that.
One.
The bribe made it from a disadvantage to a normal.
Normal.
Alright.
Yes, hold
Alright,
on.
come on, baby.
This relation, can I give him help action proficiency?
I guess you guys were already working together on this.
Okay.
Oh,
So 16, I'm going to use my
Favored by the god.
Favored by the Gods stat at D4. No, wait, I can't. It's on a skill check. I
D4.
can't do it. I can't do it on a skill check. I forgot. Never mind.
All right.
Oh, could I have guidance to myself? Because I have
yes.
that. Yes.
There's your D4.
Toros have been right next to him to give him his
19.
aura.
That doesn't work on skill checks.
That's only saves.
19.
Yeah, okay. With a 19, look, Laurie says, alright. Best Hunter's Lodge. And you still give it to me even if I have to bail. And I can't get your information.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that will be what Look Laurie's up to.
We found out the best Hunter's Lodge was like this really shitty wooden cabin that got blown up during the war.
It got crushed by the worm.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
All right.
The last thing I'll do is go talk to Kanasha.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's a war,
It's
so
your
it's
boy.
going.
Wanna go get revenge on the person who kidnapped you?
Why didn't you lead with that?
I love Kanasha so much.
Alright, I fill them in on the plan.
All right. Yeah, they are absolutely on board.
Kanasha is the kind of non-binary menace I wish to be.
All right. Okay. So Kanasha's on board. You've got your LaClaurie connection. You were able to find out some information from Annie that LaClaurie is following up on. You did try to get some information through Fen, but then found out that Claudius has some weird contingency set up.
Got safe search on.
He does. He's using NordVPN. So
Sponsor us.
Sponsor for today's episode, NordVPN.
Please.
Surfshark VPN.
The favorite VPN of the Claudius family.
I can NordVPN. I can promise you sponsorships as long as Critical Role. None of the quality, but the length for sure.
Also, we want to leave with this sponsor being sponsored by the genocidal racist.
Don't worry about it.
Like,
okay. So, with that all being said, I do believe it's time for you all to notify Spade of the decision you've all made.
Yeah, I guess we go to someone who can test Sunday and tell her that we're ready.
Planin. We just go to Planin or Colic and get them to cast Sending.
I'd
Okay.
probably go to Colic because I think we don't want Planin to know every detail of what's up.
Okay, then let's go to Colic.
Are you starting to not trust Planet all that much?
Not that I don't trust him. I just don't think he'd be very happy with this. I don't think it's his
Listen. We don't know what he's planning. Okay.
Ah, there it is. There it is.
Trey had to fight to get that out of him.
Yeah,
He saw his opportunity and he took it. Oh,
launched at the camera. He was
Need that
so ready.
shit from half court.
Yeah, I trust Planin. The problem is
I
think
love-
he's too ethical, and he wouldn't be cool with this.
Okay.
So
I want to point out that Zach's mic didn't pick him up. Alice has picked him. It's all he hears is some distant Zach laugh.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you go to Colic, and then so you tell Colic that you need her to send a message to Spade, and she says, "Okay, sure." And what are you trying to send? 25 words.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
the deal is on.
You up?
The deal is. The deal is on.
The deal is on. We leave tomorrow.
Tonight/tomorrow.
We leave tonight.
Hey, we leave tonight.
Idea here for this. We ask
Idea
Spade.
here for this.
We tell Spade to be at the location this will be at a specific time so that we can scry on them to get a semblance of the battlefield before it happens.
Right. Do we
You
want to
hit
say
40
like,
words there, AJ.
Do we want to say like noonish then?
Yeah.
Be at meeting spot at noon. That's
at
right.
location
at noon.
at
tomorrow.
noon. Well, in 9 days.
In 9 days.
They're gonna meet us in Eadestown.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell Spade that we're scrying on them, or do we want to keep that secret so if War tries to do some mindfucky shit, they wouldn't know? Like if
get to meeting early.
Yeah.
We don't need to tell them why.
Yeah.
Get to meeting early. Be ready.
Yeah, that's 14.
We don't have to use all our words.
Yeah, we're up to 14. We have
Anything else
11.
we need to communicate to them?
I remember? I don't know if Spade mentions. Did they want only us? Did Ward want only our group with us, or were we fine bringing more, or was that just not established at all?
I don't think it was established, but
I wouldn't play with bringing many.
Ward's goal is that this is a personal thing.
Yeah.
If we bring any council members or anything like
I'm
that,
more about with Kanasha going with this. If Ward's like deals off,
Kanasha is on the secret.
On the secret.
I know. I know, but I'm saying if Kanasha gets discovered, then she's like deals off. Just
if Sneak Squad gets discovered, the deal's probably not going to be great anyways, because they're going to find people sneaking around.
Yeah, at that point we just rush and kick the shit out of Ward.
Yeah.
We try.
We will.
So is that good for the message? Did we need to communicate anything else?
AJ, really? No, AJ.
I'm gonna head out.
AJ's going.
Do my own thing.
Decided to kick me at that point.
That was so. She goes,
how many words do we have left?
We had 11.
We have 11 words left.
I don't know what else we would need to say, actually.
Yeah.
How about how about something along the lines of keep on the lookout for any additional traps?
Look out for traps.
We want to ask if anything's different about Ward.
Keep us updated with changes.
Report anything suspicious.
Report back. That's 25.
Love you. You get that for free.
Love you. Wait, just kidding. Cut that.
Can I join
JK,
the
LOL.
All right.
I'll beat the Joker.
Yeah, you get a response back saying, understood. See you in Eadestown. I'll be sure to give Ward the news at her place. All right. Okay. I do believe that now you all are just going to start heading on out.
Could we do a supply run?
Yes.
I would like potions.
Yeah. Anyone?
We used a lot of potions.
Give me a. You also have plenty of money, right? If you want to do the disguise self thing, that will take 25 gold to craft a spell scroll of disguise self.
I don't think we need to do that. This is already going to be in the room.
And with making spell scrolls, do you have you
have to be proficient with Arcana. You also have to have the spell prepared or known. And depending on the level, that determines how many days and how much money it takes to make it.
Cool. I'm not proficient in Arcana.
Yeah, you do need proficiency with Arcana to be able to craft a spell scroll.
Never mind.
Okay. Yes, for potions. Someone roll a d12, someone roll a d10, someone roll a d8, and someone roll a d6. Add a plus 1 to all of those.
I'll roll the d6.
There's the d12.
That's a 2, baby.
Okay.
What was left? Was there one left?
10 and 8.
Okay, I'll do the 10.
Alice, roll the 8.
9.
So.
Not bad, not bad.
God, Alice.
8, 2, 8, 3.
I shouldn't be trusted to roll things because I just rolled poorly.
Okay, so that means there are 8 regular healing potions available for purchase. There are 8 greater healing potions available for purchase. There are 3 superior healing potions available for purchase, and there are 2 supreme healing potions available for purchase. The prices are going to be, with how well you've all done, supplies for the potions are still... potions use is something that is pretty high, though. So we're going to say it is 25 gold for a regular. Let's see here. It'll be 100 gold for a greater. It'll be 250 gold for a superior, and it'll be 400 gold for a supreme.
How much for the supreme?
400.
400. So
Just put it in chat.
Thank you.
In terms of raw gold, we have roughly, I'm just counting platinum and gold together, we've got about 3,600 gold. So I think we want. Why am I just now seeing note to everybody? Read through the because we split up all of the potions that are currently in the party. Correct.
Everything that's in the bag is something that is not in someone's inventory.
There's no way we still have 4 supreme, 4 superior, and 11 greater healing potions left.
That's what we have on the tally.
Because
we gave as we distribute them.
There's no way we used like 4 during.
That was each our own individual ones because we got 5, and then we each gave one each. So each one of us got 1.
Yeah, so there wouldn't be 4 left over in the party.
As we've been doling them out, we've been taking it off the list. So I think we just got a little plush at one point, and we've been a little conservative with doling them out.
I think when we would have gotten them, maybe during the initial assault on Longar.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have gotten more since.
With where it is, it's old if we got it, because this is before we wrote the Shard of Morrigan.
Yeah. But then again, if we got more, I just added to the number and I didn't put it in the list again.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. If we want to keep that for, I just feel like there's no way we got a total of 8 supreme healing potions at one. Like
over time, I think it's possible.
I think we used a lot in the fight.
I'm cool. I'm cool with cutting these, saying we used the Supremes and the Superiors.
Do we just want to cut all of these in half and say that we use, because we used a shit ton of potions.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just fair.
None of this shit happened when I was keeping track of inventory.
Who's keeping track of
you?
Me?
You're holding the fucking bag.
Did you steal the bag?
Now Essa is holding the bag now. I had it for like a day.
Taurus never had
I gave it to Essa before the last mission.
So you can't put this shit on me, Alice.
Fine, then it's Essa's fault.
I just got the bag. I just
beat him up.
Fine. I drink all this. I drink all the Supreme. They don't get any of them.
Does he get a tummy
ache? Bonus action, drink every single one.
I don't think you guys used a lot of regular or greater healing potions.
We used the Supreme.
I think all the Supremes and Superiors I think are gone. So we'll take those out. So the only Supremes and Superiors available are the ones that are available for purchase. So there's 2 Supremes available for purchase, and there's 3 Superiors available for purchase.
So let's buy all of those.
Yeah.
I think that's an ingredients, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be 1,550 gold right there. Oh, Essa, subtract that, please.
Okay.
I'll edit the potions while you're doing that.
Remember, can you say exactly how much gold it was again?
1,550.
Well, that's a 550 from what 3,600.
And how many greater potions were available?
There are 8 graders available.
Do we just want? We got 11 right now. Do we want to round it up so that everybody gets like a nice even 3?
4 of each.
Yeah,
I'm cool with doing both.
How much would that cost?
There's 5 of us, so for everybody to get 3, that would be we need 4 more, so that's 440 minus.
Okay.
And I think at that point, I don't think we really need to worry about the normal healing potions. If we want to get some more, we can, but I feel like we're pretty good right now. It doesn't hurt, but
it doesn't hurt. I'd say just in case.
How many?
I'm the kind of person who, if I'm teetering near half, I'm taking whatever I have.
All right, so
or else I try to kill y'all.
So there's 8 of the regulars left, and they're selling for
25.
25. Let's just buy all of them. So that's going to be 200 each.
All right, down to 1410 gold.
Nice.
And then we go gambling.
Yep, and then we go gambling. Double it, put it all on black.
The house always wins.
House always wins.
Lady Ward is the house.
Okay.
All right. And then I think we set off after.
All right, you all set off. And then we're going to just go ahead and get to the next day. So this would be the 24th of the month of Lanin. On this day, you all do your little scry. Well, someone has a scry or something like that set up so that you can.
No, Finn
is scrying to. Okay, and then it's going to.
Finn is trying.
Okay,
he's going to try.
So Finn will scry, and Finn will see that we'll be able to see Spade speaking to Lady Ward. Fenn, looking around, will see that they are currently in the what looks like to be some sort of a courtroom. Standing in the center of the room is Lady Ward. Standing, like, kind of sitting at where the judge's stand is in the center of the room, and below her is Spade. Spade will be speaking up, saying they're on their way. They are willing to negotiate, and Ward just kind of smirks and says, "Negotiate? No, they don't seem to understand. There's not really any negotiations going to happen here. Either they give me what I need, or things don't go the way that they want." All of a sudden, from out in the distance, like from behind Ward, you hear "We're being watched." And Ward looks up, and all of a sudden there's a as the scry orb is dispelled.
And we'll relay that information.
Fen relays that information to the rest of the party. And then as Fen is doing this, the camera is going to sweep back over to that courthouse. And Ward is going to look back in the back of the room and is going to say, "It seems that my investment in your group was well placed. Dear Spade, I do forgive me for not introducing you. Please. This, as she says, as a elven man with some slightly disheveled clothing walks forward out of the shadows. His face is gaunt, and at first you might think that it almost looks skeletal. And she gestures and says, "Spade, please, this is Alan Crow of Villain's Bane."
Oh my god!
And that is where we will end it for this episode of Dice Age.
And I roll my D100 for Finn, just as maybe a potential teaser for next, if it works. I know it's probably not, but
yeah, let's see it.
Oh!
Okay, well that's the 4 that came in handy, but now we really do have to end this episode because